Imagine watching the Super Bowl, but not finding out who won until the following August during training camp. This hypothetical sounds extreme, but it's not far off from how crime data is still published in the US. I know that is not ideal. Well, luckily, today we'll be discussing one of the newest efforts aimed at providing a more timely look at crime trends as they develop. Welcome to another episode of Aggregated, your newest hub for information on crime data, trends, and analysis. I'm your host, Albert Lawrence, and new crime data guru. Let's dive in. So listen, you know how we discussed last episode that crime data is notoriously slow and confusing? What if I told you there's a new free, independent, open source crime data repository and visualization tool that exists as a public service to improve awareness of crime trends? It's called the Real-Time Crime Index, or RTCI for short. Whereas the FBI publishes complete crime data for all U.S. law enforcement agencies near the end of the following year after those crimes occurred, the RTCI publishes a large representative sample of crime data, currently around 400 agencies, with just a month and a half lag. The RTCI, designed as a complement to the FBI, is a streamlined, accessible, and up-to-date source of monthly crime data, covering as large a sample of U.S. cities and counties as possible. You might be thinking, that's cool, but how does it all work? I'll give you the rundown. First, Aggregated. Hey, that's the name of this channel. Aggregated monthly data is collected from hundreds of city and county agencies nationwide. These include city offices and police departments, and sometimes state UCR programs who already aggregate data from individual agencies across their state to report to the FBI. Some agencies send the RTCI their data each month, while others publish it online. Second, the RTCI team audits the data, identifying discrepancies and errors before including an agency's data in the national sample. This step is needed to ensure that incorrect or incomplete data isn't included when trying to gauge crime trends. If an agency's data needs to be excluded, the RTCI team works with the agency to address the issue so they can be added back to the sample in following months. Third, once the data is audited and determined to be accurate, the data is fed into the visualizations and web interface online at realtimecrimeindex.com. Here, the goal is to make it as easy as possible for the user to filter, sort, or slice the data however they'd like, so they can quickly learn what they want to about crime in the US. The default graph shows the national murder trend over time, but say you want to know which month usually has the most thefts in Detroit, you could come to this table and sort it by theft. Or perhaps you want to know which cities have experienced the greatest decreases in violent crimes. Then you could come to this table and filter and sort accordingly. Or maybe you just want to get a quick glimpse at the direction of all crime types in mid-sized cities or in the Northeast. And if you're interested in doing even more with the data, you can download filter data for a specific view or all of it with just a click of a button. All of the code and data that powers the RTCI is also available open source on GitHub. The RTCI has made a major impact since its launch in September 2024, quickly becoming a vital source for data analysts, academics, policymakers, and journalists alike in less than a year of existence. The index has been featured, mentioned, and cited in dozens of articles and reports by major news outlets, federal, state, and local governments, and universities across the country. But the Real-Time Crime Index isn't just for journalists, policymakers, or academics. The tool is designed to serve everyone. So what else can you do with it? And what can you expect in future episodes? Well, did you know TikTok trends can influence crime? Have you wondered what crime trends really look like in Chicago, New York, or other cities in the news? You're in the right place to learn more. Stay tuned for a deeper dive on the next episode of Aggregated, the numbers behind crime.